Becoming pretty common in Kirkwood. Spire trucks and cones marking off parts of Big Bend due to a gas leak. In fact, we reported on 3 different leaks just in the past couple of weeks. The most recent was just yesterday. That's the one that you're looking at here. First Alert 4 is now looking into what's causing the problem and the traffic headaches that you could possibly run into. Our Shoshana Stahl live at 5 near Bend and Kirkwood Road. And Shoshana, you actually talked to the gas company and frustrated drivers. What they tell you?
Yeah, Sam, Big Bend is obviously a pretty major thoroughfare in this area. You can see behind me there are some plates marking where this work is happening here on Big Bend. With those changes, because of the gas leaks and major backups, some drivers are telling me they've had to divert into this neighborhood right here, leaving some residents trapped inside of their homes or dealing with bumper-to-bumper traffic.
All 3 of these streets were actually really backed up really bad for hours, and we didn't know what was going on.
What is normally a quiet Kirkwood neighborhood, Philip Ivy says lately is turning into a traffic jam. He lives in the neighborhood behind Big Bend near Kirkwood Road.
When traffic gets 50 cars deep around this little street, then it becomes a problem as far as getting in and out and taking care of daily things that you have to take care of.
The City of Kirkwood hiring contractors for a water main project, but 3 times in the last few weeks, crews have hit unmarked Spire gas lines. The most recent time happening Tuesday afternoon.
I can understand 1, 2 is a mishap, but 3?
These gas lines being hit are no longer in service. Craig Hefferlin with Spire says over time, if a place decides they no longer want gas, it gets disconnected from the meter, but left in place.
Many of these lines could be taken out of service 40, 50, maybe 100 years ago. So, it could be, especially back then, that something wasn't, on the, maybe on the record or be caught. But, 99.9% of the time, they will be marked and marked accurately.
Spire says this happened 3 times in a few weeks is extremely uncommon, especially having those lines without written record.
There's, I mean, for the most part, when we remove that, we'll take it out, and then wouldn't even be gas on it. But from time to time, it could come up.
Each time this happens, roads are shut down while crews work to make repairs, leaving a major inconvenience for drivers and residents like V.
If you're going anywhere towards 44, it'll be a couple hours to get back home, and that's usually a 3-minute trip.
Spire says it met with different city leaders here in Kirkwood this morning, and we'll meet with them again tomorrow to make sure they find any other additional abandoned lines and make sure this does not continue to happen throughout this project. Live in Kirkwood, Shoshana Stahl, First Alert 4.
Shoshana, thank you. We are waiting.